Ladies and gentlemen, I would hold up the L, but my hand is a little messed up here. I can't hold it up properly. So I could do it like this, or maybe it's backwards like this. But Florida takes an L in this story, and it is very heartbreaking. More or less a short story, but I do want to tell this because it is important to hear this. And this story is going to have some details that are not going to sit well with your sensibilities, as well as my opinion. But Cameron Davis, who is this beautiful baby that you see right here on my screen, 9 months old. Cameron Davis was found unresponsive at his family's Florida home at around 11:30 a.m. on Friday, according to authorities. And I'm getting this article from thesun.com. So thank you for the article. His mother, let me see if I can get a solo picture of the mother, and I'll use that term loosely. This sunken face, ghost ship face looking woman right here, her name is Heather Clifford, who's 29 years old. And his mother is reported to have left this baby with his siblings, ages 2 and 3, for around 20 minutes while the bathtub was filling up with water. And let me tell you guys this. Accidents can happen. I don't think this was an accident. I think that the police, the investigators, and the courts got the charges correct here, and I hope that she definitely gets the fullest sentence possible. She said she filled up a bathtub around 20 minutes and just left the kids in there, and she ended up falling asleep in another room. Who the freak does that? Who does that? On finding Cameron face down in the water and blue, she phoned emergency services, who instructed the dad, Sean Davis, who was the other individual who was in that picture. This guy, that's Sean Davis, who is 30 years old, and informed him how to perform CPR until paramedics arrived. Davis had also been asleep in another room at the time of the incident. Paramedics were unable to revive 9-month-old Cameron, and he was later pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. The home is in the Hope Heights area of southeastern Florida. So if y'all are familiar with that area, this is where this happened. Posting on Facebook, Clifford said Cameron had been her angel and that she couldn't live without him. It's like a nightmare that I can't wake up from. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more information, but I want to know, based on what you've heard so far, do y'all think this was an accident? Do y'all think it was intentional? And should she have a lesser sentence, or should she be judged very harshly in court? They also had child welfare services called in the past, and this is where I stopped feeling sympathetic for her real quick. Y'all ready for this? The Martin County Sheriff's Office confirmed in a statement that the other 2 children had been removed from the home. The statement added that the office had responded to the home on at least 3 occasions in the past, one of which was to assist the Department for Children and Families. 3 times. Can y'all type that in the chat? 3 times. 3 times does not sound like an accident. 3 times of negligence sounds like something is very wrong. Here's what you would also have to ask. I'm assuming that they didn't call the police or child services on themselves. I'm going to assume that it was either family or friends or a neighbor who reported them for negligence. So that means somebody saw something and said something. Please remember that. A neighbor also said that she recently phoned child welfare services, so I was right, because the 2 older children were outside wearing very little clothing while Davis and Clifford were inside asleep, and Cameron could be heard crying. So a neighbor. Davis has been arrested in the past for, among other things, battery, reckless driving, and violation of probation on a misdemeanor charge. Let me say that again. Violation of probation on a misdemeanor charge. Hashtag, when you date thugs, you date death. The two of these idiots together are horrible people that should have never have been parents. All right. Clifford has been arrested for battery, dealing in stolen property, giving false information to a pawnbroker, and violation of probation on a misdemeanor charge. Martin County Sheriff William D. Snyder said of the death, "It is very suspicious and it's very preventable, and will be consulting with the state attorney's office on the possibility of criminal charges going forward." He continued, "It's a sad situation and it's terrible. You know, it's a 9-month-old baby. These are the hardest things for our detectives to work." An autopsy was due to take place to establish Cameron's official cause of death, because there could be more, so just keep that in mind, because we might have to do an update if there was more stuff involved. The sheriff's office said that investigators will work closely with the state attorney's office to determine if either parent will face charges. So let me go ahead and give you guys the fair usage. The videos are relatively short, so let me show you guys the 2 news videos I was able to find. Here we go. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. And by the way, you guys can help us share this story. Just simply hit that thumbs up. We want to have 1 thumb up for everybody that's watching this video, okay? Here we go. Let's get it.
Tragedy. That's what the Martin County Sheriff is calling the bathtub drowning of an infant boy. And tonight, the child's mother is now criminally charged. WPTV News Channel 5's Megan McRoberts is live outside the Martin County Jail with what investigators are saying. Megan?
Well, Michael, right now, 29-year-old Heather Clifford is facing a charge of aggravated manslaughter against a child, and according to an arrest affidavit, that carries a $250,000 bond. Investigators say she left her baby in the bathtub and knowingly walked away for at least 20 minutes and took a nap.
Medical emergency.
In a December 20th call to 911, a mother telling dispatchers her 9-month-old baby Cameron is blue.
I was drowned in the tub. He's down in the tub. He's blue already.
Dispatchers sending help to their Hope Sound home.
Come on, baby. Come on, Cameron.
While talking the baby's mother and father through CPR.
Okay, he's not breathing right now.
It's not your fault.
Ma'am, is he breathing? I'm sorry?
Not breathing.
But investigators say it was.
Let me rewind this and let me tell you even more so why I felt no remorse for this mom and why I felt like there could be foul play in this story. Listen at this again.
It's not your fault.
Ma'am, is he breathing? I'm sorry?
Not breathing.
But
It's not your fault.
Ma'am, is he breathing?
She said, "It's not my fault." And when you start to think about stuff like that, that's probably a subconscious thing that she said. Just speaking, emotional, mind is all over the place. "It's not my fault" points to a person that is worried about themselves and doesn't give a damn about their kids at all. She does not care about her kids at all. And yes, she could be high. I would love if they would have done a drug test or know if they were involved in drugs in the past or whatever the case is. But like I said, I think more details will come out a little bit later. But for a person to sit there and say, "It's not my fault." Yes, that's a big red flag. It's not my fault. Why are you worried about whether it's your fault or not, as opposed to if this were an accident, allegedly? Why not put all the focus on your kid and focus on trying to get help for your child? Worrying about whose fault it is, that sounds hella suspicious to me.
Okay, he's not breathing right now? Ma'am, is he breathing? I'm sorry?
But investigators say it was the mother, 29-year-old Heather Clifford's fault, arrested at her house Thursday. Detectives say she placed the baby in a bathtub, then laid down for a nap. The baby's father was also asleep.
From what the mother says, she set the child into the bathtub because the child had a dirty diaper and allegedly just left the water trickling, intending to come back. Instead of coming back, she went to sleep. She set the child into the bathtub because the child had a dirty diaper.
The baby's father was also asleep.
From what the mother says, she set the child into the bathtub because the child had a dirty diaper and allegedly just left the water trickling, intending to come back.
You place a baby 9 months old, not even a year old, in a tub for an alleged dirty diaper and left the water running, then went to go take a nap? How in the hell does that make any sense? For those who are listening, y'all tell me, does that make any level of sense at all? That sounds insane. That sounds every level of stupid. But you know what? Stupid is stupid thugs. You live by the thug, you die by the thug. You just can't be this level of dumb.
Instead of coming back, she went to sleep.
Come on, Kevin. Come on, buddy.
Toward the end of the 911 call, first responders arrived to take over CPR, unable to save the baby.
You know, I know it's been a long time since I've changed diapers on my daughter, and shout out to my daughter. I hope she don't get embarrassed about me saying that, but you know. But the last time I checked, when a baby has a dirty diaper, you normally will take the baby, take the diaper off, wipe the child with wipes, put the wipe in the diaper, roll it up, put it in a couple Walmart sacks or whatever it is. You know, I know people like me, if you come from the hood, you keep Walmart sacks, right? We don't throw them things away. They are used as extra tiny garbage bags. Tie it up, and then you dispose of it, and you put a clean diaper on the baby. And then they are good to go again. I have never heard of a person saying a child had a dirty diaper. You took the diaper off the kid, put the kid in a tub, turned the water on, left the water running, and then go take a nap? How sleepy were you? Why were you that freaking sleepy? Matter of fact, why were y'all both that damn sleepy? Allegedly. That don't make no sense at all.
Maybe you haven't seen him.
The baby's parents have a history of police calls to their home, including a DCF assist and a suspicious incident with their other young children left alone outside.
And this is not even the first time that they've been called by CPS Child Protective Services by neighbors. These kids are out here being neglected.
And investigators say that the child's father will not be facing any criminal charges. Their other two children are still under the custody of DCF.
Sheriff says that Heather Clifford told them that she put baby Cameron in the tub and left him and the other two small children alone in the bathroom with the water running in the tub while she took a nap along with the father, Sean Davis. 20 minutes later, she says she found Cameron face down in the water and blue. They called 911 and Davis performed CPR, but it was too late.
It's very suspicious and it's very preventable, and we'll be consulting with the state attorney's office and determining the possibility of criminal charges going forward.
The sheriff says DCF has been to this residence before, and so have deputies at least 3 times. And a neighbor tells me that they called DCF on the couple just a few weeks ago after they found the 2 oldest children, ages 3 and 2, outside barely clothed while the parents were allegedly inside sleeping. Those 2 surviving children are now in the custody of DCF.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm just in here thinking about this, and I'm like, let's just try to see if we can understand her logic a little bit. You're going to take a 9-month-old baby and let them soak in the tub because they had a dirty diaper. Even if they took a crap on themselves, peed themselves, or whatever it is. How long do you think that a 9-month-old baby's skin should be subjected to water before it becomes a problem when the skin of a young baby starts to break down? How long do you think you should leave any baby in a tub, even if you're sitting right there? How long do you let a baby soak in a damn tub, even if you're sitting right there? Like, that kid's skin probably would start to what do they call it? Like, wrinkle up and potentially decompose, or whatever the case is. How hot was the water? Was it hot? Was it cold? Was it lukewarm? And why would you leave it just running? What is a trickle? That doesn't make any freaking sense at all. Thank you, Lanisha. How long does it take to wash a baby? That makes no sense. It wouldn't take that. Like, it doesn't take long to take wipes to a baby's behind at 9 months old, let alone bathe them. That's usually about a 5-minute process at the most. How sleepy were you? Matter of fact, let's think about this. By the time the tub even fills up, it's time to take the kid out of the tub. So why would you leave the water trickling? What is a trickle? What is a trickle? Why would you leave water trickling for any level of time? How much, matter of fact, and I know I'm going way off here, but I'm so curious. How much water in a tub does it take to wash a 9-month-old baby? Do you have to let the tub fill up to the tippy top, to the middle? How much water do you freaking need? I'm trying to not curse. I'm doing really good right now. Can somebody please tell me, because maybe I don't know, how much water in a tub does it take to cleanse a 9-month-old baby? To be honest with you guys, I'd be okay with the mom being charged with the harshest penalty under law. If they gave her a murder charge, I wouldn't have any issue with that. Because you just can't be this level of stupid. Now, when they were talking about even investigating this dad, this alleged dad, because I want you to remember, he's been in the household for these other 3 incidents from what I understand. So he's not completely innocent in this. But in this particular instance, it doesn't sound like he did anything wrong in this particular instance. But that definitely does not make him innocent. So I think that they got this right to only charge her, but they did mention both of them, which is why I put both of their names up. But this was no accident at all. This is no accident at all. This sounds intentional, and nothing about her story makes any damn sense. But I want to know what you guys think. If y'all would, type a comment in there. It could be long or short, but I prefer short comments because I can actually respond to those. But tell me what you guys think. How much time should she get in prison? I don't know. I don't know. No level of time is ever going to make up for the life that was lost here, but she definitely needs prison time. But I thank y'all for listening to this story. And to Cameron, let me see if I can get that beautiful baby back up on my screen. Beautiful baby, beautiful smile, happy baby. R.I.P. 9 months old was just not long enough. But Cameron didn't stand a chance. But I'm glad the other 2 children are safe. So this is somewhat a little bit of a positive story. The fact that we do have 2 other children that have been taken out of that household. At least they'll be given an opportunity to grow up and become something great if they're put with a good household. But thank you guys for listening to the story. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think.